With the increasing demand for high-skilled workers here in the downtown of Damascus City, the council has agreed to expand the residential area next to the downtown so it can attract more people to live next to their jobs. While this happens, there are a lot of problems with the industry and current commercial areas where business owners are struggling to find the right people to work on their commerce. With this new initiative from the council, Damascus City intends to be one of the most thriving cities with the biggest downtown area in the region, becoming the biggest economy in the entire region. Welcome to Damascus City in Cities Skylines. And today we will do our new neighborhood here that will expand this whole area and make this whole downtown actually thrive in the region. So the goal for today is to make several connections between the downtown area and university into this area that we have over here between the highways, and then we probably want to add another connection over here. I want to add another connection, not here, here I'll change this slightly and I'll add another connection over here. There is a lot of trucks that you still use this area to get into the service points in here. So I may leave that the way it is, and then I will create a layout in this area, and then we will bring in a lot of high density residential, and we'll mix that a little bit with some commercial as well, because we have some demand for that. Now, you may have noticed that I mentioned that the business owners are struggling, and as you can see, we have some issues in here. There are no goods to sell that they're coming. Like, there are some trucks going out now, and I saw some getting some movements. But if you look at, for example, industry, the reason is another. We don't have enough workers. Demand for residential is quite high, and that's what we need to focus a little bit. So this area will be our next step into the, well, merging this whole downtown or center of the map here, so we can start making this look quite alive and looking really good for us. And yeah, as you can see, like from far away, there is a lot of buildings being abandoned because we don't have workers. So we will tackle that, and then probably then, not today, but in the next episode, we might tackle the amusement park that we said we would have on this side over here. I don't know exactly what will be the format or what exactly we'll do with that, but we'll certainly see what happens. Our residential would be initially allocated to this area, but I think I want to make good use of what we have in here and start like pushing this to the left instead of starting on the left here and pushing to the right, if that makes any sense. But that'll be my focus for today, is this whole area in here. Layout wise, I want to keep I'm enjoying building a little bit on grids instead of freeform and following the natural landscape. If you look at this, we don't actually have anything other than plain lands in here. So there are no elevations other than around the highway over here and at the back next to the mountains over there. So this is a pretty good area for building. We are going for high density, and it makes sense for us to actually get something nicer in here. Now, we might create a small junction in here. Maybe we need a way for these to cross, but maybe we do a simple exit and entry on both sides with a bridge on top, and then we connect everything on the other side. But let's jump into the episode for today. But before we do, I just want to say that I'm very grateful for all the likes and comments that you're leaving, and I hope you enjoy the music, and I'll see you in a minute. just like that, we are back. And doesn't even look like it was probably the episode where I spent most of my time building. It's just a small area, but it had so many effects on other areas around the map as well that I had to go through a lot of different areas and make sure that everything was working properly. And there's a lot to cover in regards to those chains, and I just found a tree where it shouldn't be. Right in the middle of the road there. But I'll go through the changes that we've made, and the first one is that we've reached Megapolis, so 96,000 people now. And oops, that's the wrong option. With Megapolis, we've unlocked like everything else, including monuments. But now we also have more options for airports, especially the Metropolitan, International, and the Cargo one, which are a lot easier to place than the actual airport DLC. But we'll get in there. That is a death wave going on in here as well. We do have quite a lot of hearse around that we can use, so they'll figure that out, and that is not a problem. So one thing that I've done in here was this nice little park, and I went there and did a little more detailing in here because I thought it would be good to have something slightly different or paying a little bit more attention to this. And we are now level 3, good. And that's probably what it will be, like there is no more growth in there as well. But this is how this area fits in here. So we do have this crossing over there. We have this one connecting to this new roundabout. We have, I think in terms of cars, this is all for the moment to this side. And we do have pedestrian crossing over here. We have pedestrian crossing over there as well, over here, and over here, and there. So plenty of areas to cross around there. Now, there is also this new road that I've put in here, and you can start seeing like what I'm thinking for this area. That'll be the amusement park, by the way. And not all of these, but a big area in this south bank here would be a amusement park. But I do now have these going all the way through here, all the way to there, and that is a connection. So if cars want to connect between those two sides, they can choose this avenue right now, which is quite nice. In this area, like things that I've started to change because of the amount of people going to one side to the other, I now have an extra metro station that goes through here, stop over there, and then go through here, over there, next to the park, and connect in here. There is also a new station connecting to this area, so that goes into here, and then from there goes into the, over here, into the industry, which has grown as well, as you can see. So, few changes in here. I've moved the garbage from here to there, so we don't get in the way of all the trucks from the cargo station. I've increased these 2 blocks in here. I've added a park maintenance building over here. I think that will be quite helpful for us. And I think we're using, all of the trucks in there. And we also, I've also added another eco-advanced inland water treatment plant in here. So this is what I added to this place in there. Now, I'll get into this in a second, but I also made another connection to this area through here, so they don't need to go through the highway over there. But I've changed the way buildings were laid out in here. What was happening? All the buildings for the pedestrian area, they were on this main road, and well, they were getting stuck and causing a lot of traffic because they want to get in and out. So as you can see, we are using 15 out of 15 trucks, 17 out of 30, 13 out of 30 as well in there. So these 3 are for the IT district. This one is still just a small one for the residential area. So residential areas don't seem to need as much cargo and garbage capacity. Maybe if I add the post office, that might change things, I don't know. But yeah, right now we don't need that, which is alright. So I've added that in there, and this made things a lot easier. I want to start using this area here for some service buildings that we might have, and I started with the use of medical helicopter depot and police helicopter depot. This is pretty central. I think this will help us quite a lot in all of this region, and we'll have access to a lot of displays. So this little bit in here, we will still do a little bit more with that, depending on what we need in this area. But this area now is all done, and I'm not building anything there. Also, there is like a little bit of a hill over here, so I didn't want to go there. I wanted to keep this buffer with the trees over here, and I think that will work quite well for us. So I really like how this is all turning out. But yeah, so with all that done, I've noticed a lot of like a huge queue with trains in here, and trains just going from there to there. So just like back and forth. And I was like, well, what's going on? There is no other way to get around, and buses and train, passenger trains, I would say, were struggling to get people to the other side. So there was a mess with public transportation. So what I've done, I've created this new highway over here. Then we went just parallel to the train line in here, all the way through here. And there is a bit of a queue on the cargo station in here. Oh, I think I forgot to remove one of the train types from there, and we were getting stuck. Yeah, now they'll move again. I'm glad I saw that. But now they go all the way through here, getting there, and we are in the industry area, which we still have some space. Also move the garbage collection from here to there and added a new connection over here. We can still grow this area, there's plenty of space, and we will get there. We'll definitely get there. But now we have more areas to grow, and traffic in this area is a lot better just based on what we've done. So pretty happy with how this turned out. This area, no change there, no changes over here as well. Everything should be the same. We still have this area to grow, and we'll talk about that in a second. And one other thing that I want to show you, hopefully that's still that way, or university. Look how much money we are making. I was actually making 200,000 at some point in here, and now we are at 70. But this goes up and down. First time I have a university actually making money, so that is quite fantastic. Really happy with what we have in here and how this all look like. And they are struggling with the depth wave in here. And I don't know if I mentioned that to you, but I use transfer controller, and what that allows me to do is basically go here and make sure they are focusing on this area and this area only. So for example, these will just attend downtown and Damascus and IT districts. So they don't go anywhere else. So for example, they won't go in here. In here we have the Square Observatory that just goes into that suburb, which I name Hillside, by the way, if I haven't mentioned that. I'll also change these two corners then, just because. All right, hopefully this helps a little bit with the death wave that we have going on in here. That's massive. Like, I don't know why these buildings keep using like 6 out of 10. Use the whole 10. Just like go for it. But yeah, we'll figure that out very soon. So yeah, I mentioned that we made this connection. I've also added a bus line from the compact bus station connecting all the way through here, and it's been a very popular line. That's what it is, popular line. And yeah, in terms of public transportation, or let's start with traffic. 82% of traffic. In terms of import, we're still importing half of goods in here, and I have a plan for that. Probably in the next episode or so, we will take a look. In terms of population, we still have plenty of space for more commercial or industrial, so we have 6% unemployment at the moment, which is quite alright. And public transportation, what is that in here? So we have 2,400 people using our bus lines, and I'll move these all the way over here. Plenty of people using those bus lines. I won't go line by line, just want you to have like a overview. Some people using the train lines. This one is making money, like train lines make money. It's something that I don't usually see. Metro, take a look at that. That's just amazing. This is the one that connects downtown to, look at this, pretty busy. But this goes through University, downtown, Hillside Gardens, and Cove Place. So this is a pretty nice line, pretty busy as well. And this other one is this one that crosses with that. So our public transportation is starting to take shape, and we'll see how we go with that. So far, I'm pretty happy, and I'm already thinking that we might change one thing or another. I may bring this line over here, and we create another one that goes through here and cross the river. We'll see how that goes. How's our ferry? Our ferry is doing well, actually. It's making money still, so all good. And yeah, that's it in terms of public transportation. So we should be good. But yeah, that'll be... Oh, that's death wave is massive. That's been pretty bad, actually. Long time since I've seen like a death wave like this. We don't have like the hearse going in there. Yeah, they're going everywhere. There's so many people dying at the moment. I've added a few elder care and child care around here. So these should give us a pretty good range into this area. Won't cover everything. I think it covers somewhere around here, more or less. So, but this helps quite a lot. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I do have another one over here as well. So we are covered with that. And yeah, I think in terms of that is all. So plenty of opportunities here. So what I was thinking about industries, as we need more areas and we need more industry around, I don't want to just keep growing all the generic industry, or we do have a bit of traffic in here. Probably, yeah, we have like a few trains arriving now all at the same time. Well, great, thank you for that. But what I want to do, I've created a few suburbs. So we are doing a forestry in here. We are doing a farm around here. We are doing, well, we have our quarry over here, and we are doing the oil industry in this space. So this is the only one that I've actually went there and added a little bit more oil. Just want to show you how that looks. Was we had like a few gaps, and I want to make sure that we had like a lot of space to work with and wouldn't be worrying about what is underground. But that's where we have our oil industry, and hopefully, yeah, maybe we will have to sort the access to the highway, make it a little bit easier, but with between those two connections here, I think we'll be fine. And yeah, this will start like spreading out our goods around the place, and will hopefully be all good. Really, nothing else to be said over there. But yeah, there we go. I really hope you enjoyed these episodes, and we now have hillside in this area. Oh, I also had the what's that called? The business park over there, because I thought that would be pretty cool looking down that road in there if I can. Let's try. Yeah, over there, and you have the archway at the back there. Lots of people walking around here, and by the way, lots and lots of people walking around this area as well. And sometimes look like some areas like this and just looks like an ant's nest in there. It's pretty cool to see all of these people walking. Oh, there's just one more building that I've added that I haven't mentioned, which is this one. This is the Museum of Postmodern Art, also a monument unlocked by, or a unique building unlocked over here. We just now need to, which is the Sunken Plaza shopping mall and the pedestrian street market hall. We need more tourists in pedestrian areas, that's all, and we may get there very, very soon. But yeah, I love this area, like so many people walking, even though they could get their cars on the road there, they're all walking, and I'm really happy about that. But there we go, this will be all for today. I really hope, have I shown you this? This is our junction in here, pretty simple and effective at the moment, so no worries about that. But I really hope you've enjoyed these episodes of Cities Skylines, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like. Also, thank you for all your comments, suggestions, and if you have like different names, we need names for the oil industry, for the forestry industry, for the farm, and for the amusement park that we will build as well. So if you have options, if you have suggestions, please let me know in the comments, and feel free to join our Discord server as well. We are always talking about this. We send and share some screenshots as well, and you'll be more than welcome over there. But for now, thank you, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!